Bonjour, Émilie Talpin, OM System Ambassador in the US. I am beyond excited to show you the OM-3, the best camera I've ever shot with. And no, I am not raising my intonation. This is not a question, it is a statement. So let's get started. I've been using the OM-3 and also the M-3 25mm, the new version, version 2, for about a month and a half. Yes, it's been so hard to keep that secret from all of you. I apologize. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you I had the new camera and the new lenses because I also have the 100-400, and I'm gonna make a special video later on about the 100-400. But right now, let's concentrate on the OM-3. It has become my new favorite camera. It packs a punch. It is gorgeous. It has everything and more that I need to be out in the field creating images and having fun, because it's all about having fun, but not having fun at a cost, because we want equipment that's going to be long lasting, that has all the tools that we need to help you create great photos. So there is so much to say about the OM-3 that I thought I will do two videos. The first one, this one, is going to be an unboxing, and the second one, I want to take you outside and I'm going to show you in the field how I use this camera and why I feel like this is going to be one of my go-to camera, or at least a camera that I'll be able to pair with my OM1 when I'm going out and taking bird photos or macro photos. But you'll see the OM-3 is not to be discounted for macro and for wildlife photography. But first, let's talk about this box. You can see typical OM system box, OM-3. I love it. I love this name. OM1, OM3, OM5. Yes, it is a great nod to the rule of odds in photography. Yes, because people have studied what is a pleasing image, and they realize that if you have a subject in odd numbers, it's going to be much more pleasing. So 1 person versus 2, 3 people versus 4, 5 versus 6. That's right. So pay attention to this when you're composing your images. Think about that rule of odds, and brilliant. OM1, OM3, OM5. Pick the one you want. The three of them are completely different cameras. You can use them for very different purpose. So let's open this box. First of all, in the box, the camera comes with a cable to plug your camera. First thing you need to do is recharge and put your battery. It comes with one battery, and the amazing news is that this battery is compatible with the OM1. So if you have already your battery for your OM1, a great job. It is the same battery for the OM-3. So that's right, your BLX battery will work for the OM-3. Yes, one system, just way easier. Same thing for the cables, same cable, OM1, OM3, you charge it the same way. It doesn't come with a charger, but honestly, I haven't used chargers in like forever. Why? Because I can just plug this to the wall, plug this in my car and recharge my camera. Super easy. I don't have to take the batteries off my camera anymore. So that's why I don't feel like I need a charger. But if you have multiple batteries you need to recharge, then yes, invest in maybe the 2 battery charger. That would be worth it. But for me, just being able to charge my camera on the go is a big plus. I can do that with the OM-3, and now I can have the same type of battery to take with me. And it also comes with a little leash. I don't use them, but I like that they include it, because then you can just get this camera, go out, and you have a leash. That's great. Personally, I use the Peak Design, and this is, you see, it's already, the Peak Design clips are already on this camera. So this is the OM-3 with the 25mm lens that they redesigned. Now it is weather sealed. Our cameras are weather sealed. This OM-3 is weather sealed. IP53, you can go and take it outside. I've been shooting with this camera for over a month and a half. It's been so unbelievably cold. Every day has been kind of a struggle for me to be outside, but this camera, zero problem. I was able to take it outside and create some great photos. The only problem really was me because it was too cold, but zero problem with this camera. Now, some of you will notice right here, that's the creative dial. I got a Pen F a few months ago and I've been shooting with the Pen F. I love the creative dial and I love that Pen F. Such a great camera, but I really was missing some of the features I had on my OM-1 Mark II, and I wish that they would release a camera that looked like a Pen F, had similar function as the Pen F, but with the sensor of my OM-1. I know this is not the successor of the Pen F, but to me, it really has a lot of function that they took from the Pen F and put in this camera that is just brilliant and makes it the perfect tool for me to be a better photographer, and especially a better landscape photographer and a better collector of memories and just having fun in the field. So that creative dial lets you switch from monochrome if you want to do black and white. It's been so fun being out in the mountains and doing that. Then you can switch to color, and then you can decide that you want to have just the red color that pops up. Well, you can do that. And then you back to normal, and then they have out filters. I love out filters. I think it's just a fun little tool to have. They have so many of them, and I use them from time to time when I'm in the field. Actually, with this camera, I've been using them more and more, especially the vintage one. I know Taylor Swift is also a fan of the out filters. She's right. There's just a fun way for you to get a JPEG right out there with some cool filters, so a little less work for you, and you really are gonna get some great result. And then there is also the CRT mode. I mean, I've been using this creative dial a lot right here in the White Mountains. In my next video, I'm going to show you the images that I captured. So love that on the OM-3 you have the creative dial that's back. Now let's take a look at the top of the camera. That's where a lot of magic is happening, in my opinion. So sure, you have the FN function, you can reprogram it. You have the recording button here, no changes. You have the two main dials here, so for your aperture and your shutter speed, which I already reprogrammed for the way I shoot. Love that. I love that you can reprogram so many of those buttons here. But oh my god, those dials, they feel so good. I don't know. There's just something about the old retro style cameras like this one. They look so good. They feel so good, and it has to be something that's pleasurable when you go out and you take photos. This feel it's great. Love it. And then there is the mode dial here. Again, you know, lock it, unlock it, and then you turn it around. Well, there's a big improvement, in my opinion, with this dial, because look at that. C1, C2, C3, C4, and yes, that's right, C5. Now you can customize 5 different functions and have access to them directly on your camera. Yes, you can customize a lot of modes on your OI Share app, but you know, then you have to connect your phone and change, and no, here it's right there on your camera. You just turn it. So I actually already reprogrammed those 5 functions. On my OM-1, I only have 4, and for space to save my settings, I find was not enough. I was always craving for one more. That is what I have on the OM-3. Absolutely love this. And how did they make this happen? They make this happen because right here there is a new dial. It is picture mode, it is video mode, and it is quick and slow. So if you want to do a quick movie, you can, or if you want to do a slow mode movie, you can by just the turn of a button. Oh my God, it makes so much sense. As a content creator, I just love that. I don't have to turn and turn and turn and turn and turn and turn when I'm in M mode or another mode to get to the movie mode. It's right here at the turn of a button. So easy. Content creator, take notes. This camera is awesome just because of this button. Saves so much time, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to have to, turn this dial, and here it's just so easy. Click, click, that's it. And then there's the on and off. I like this. It's actually super well placed, super strong. You're not gonna bump it. I haven't bumped it at all in my bag and then find myself with my camera being on for an hour and being hot. Nope, doesn't happen with this type of lock. So that is also a great improvement. And then you have the other dial here that also reprogrammed because you can. Now, flip screen, excellent for working on very tough angle. Now you have access to your screen, and also if you want to video yourself, you can take selfies, you can. An articulated screen is so important. And then the back of the camera, the menu button right here is back where it should be, not here. It's here. It's accessible. Everything is accessible with my thumb. So I love it. I have the menu, I have the info button, I have the trash that I don't use. So on the OM1, the trash, you can reprogram it for the menu, but here, the trash is the trash. Right now, you cannot reprogram it for anything. And then I have the play button here to see your photos, rewatch your videos. And then you have the OK to access the super control panel. And you also have all the arrows to navigate or also change your AF points. So where do you want it? There is no toggle, but there is a AF on button. You know, in one of my videos, I'm not using AF on anymore. I do use it for macro, so that's great that it's here. But you know what it means? It means that you can reprogram it for anything that you want, especially if you don't use the AF on button, if you're not a back button focus person. But you know what it means? It means that this camera, I told you, same sensor as the OM-1 Mark II. And that means that, yes, it has subject detection. It also has subject selection. I know this camera is not made for wildlife because of the ergonomic. Like, I think that the OM-1 is a better feel, but you could definitely use this camera if you want to do bird photography. If your budget is only a budget for one camera and you want to do everything, then this is the camera to take with you. It works extremely well and the bird detection is great. It's the same as my OM-1 Mark II. So, I mean, this is such a treat. I cannot believe that they gave us everything that the OM-1 has. It has less ND filter option, one less, but actually I don't care because most of the time I use ND32 or I use ND32 64 and that's it. I have it here, so zero problem. I'm not going to complain about that because honestly, that's all I need for ND filters. And also the magic of this camera is you have the lever that you can also reprogram here. So lever 1, lever 2, but you have a CP button, computational technology. That's how you now accessing all the computational technology that you want. If you feel like, well, you can access them in the menu, then you can reprogram the CP. But for me, what a game changer. I want all the future OM cameras to have this CP button or to have a way to program the CP on one button. Press of the button and then I just turn the front dial And here you go. I have access to high-res mode. I have access to live ND filters, graduate neutral density filters, focus stacking. Oh my God, what a change. I used to think like, oh, okay, well, I could try all those different computational technology when I'm doing this one shoot. But I thought, oh, I have to go in the menu and I don't have enough button to program. So I felt like I was really missing out. Oh, I don't have HDR program, so I'm not gonna go into the menu and find it. Here, button, press, turn it around, and you have access to all those functions. And then if you keep on pressing it, then you can also have access to the type of ND that you want, and you change your ND filter. This button is brilliant. It's gonna make a huge change for you. I mean, this camera screams fun. I have all the tools you want to have fun in the field and actually create photos, not make creative photos, just create photos. The past month and a half with this camera has been amazing. I actually went home and I showed some photos to my wife and she was like, wow, this camera is actually making you a better landscape photographer. Or just a landscape photographer, which I wasn't. But I've been having so much fun with this camera. I didn't know it was possible. I had kind of a feeling with the old Pen F that I could really get used to a camera like this and completely change my way of shooting. And that's what the OM-3 is doing for me. The 90mm macro has changed the way I approach macro. The 150-400 changed the way I shoot and I approach wildlife. Well, this OM-3 has completely changed the way I approach everything, to be honest. It pushed me to be a more creative photographer. And that's so important. Yes, the best camera is the one you have with you. But this camera has all the tools that I need to be a better photographer, a more creative photographer. That's why there's no question. This is, in true honesty, I don't say that because I'm an OM system ambassador. I say that because I've been shooting with this camera for a month and a half. I've seen the photo that I got with this camera. I've seen how more creative I've been in the field, how more interested in going out and taking photos. It's kind of like a rebirth. I always am happy to go outside with a camera, but oh my God, this camera has just doubled the fun I have when I'm outside, and it just opened kind of new doors for me. So thank you so much, OM System, because I think this camera is gonna be a camera that we're going to talk about for ages. It's going to be one of those special camera that people will always remember. And the quality I've been getting with JPEG has been insane. Like insane. I know everybody says shoot RAW, shoot RAW. Yeah, sure, shoot RAW, but don't disregard JPEG. The color I'm getting on those JPEG, the quality I've been getting with those JPEGs, sensational, especially with the creative dial. So I'm gonna be shooting more in JPEG. I'm gonna spend less time post-processing, more time outdoor having fun with this camera. So I hope you give this camera a try. I'm actually gonna be in Colorado, in Boston, in Minneapolis in the coming days. I wanna put my schedule below. You can come see me. You can come talk to me. You can come and ask me any question about the OM-3. You can also do that in the comments below. But if you want to meet me in person, you can. And if you want to hold this camera and see what it can do, you can at any of the stores where OM System and where I will be and where the other ambassadors and OM System families will be. We want you to try this camera and have fun like we're having fun. And yeah, that's it for this, this video. Actually, I didn't show you the back. Nothing special. Just that's where you're gonna put your battery. That is to put a plate, tripod, and actually the whole body is metal. It feels so strong. The retro look. I know I always say you know, you're not buying a camera for the look, but if you're buying a camera for the look, this one is so good. Look at that retro look, and it is so small. Like, put it in your pocket, put it in a very small camera bag. You know me, I like to have a very small hip bag, so yes. I'm just happy. Yes, it's a little bit bigger than the OM-5, but not that much. And it's a little shorter, but same length actually as the OM-1, but no grip, so less bulky. What can I say? I am in love with this camera. As you can tell, I can go on for hours and hours and hours, but I just wanted to show you, you know, this is it. This is basically what you are gonna get if you're buying the OM-3. In my next video, I'm gonna take you outside and I'm gonna show you how I have been using this camera with samples. So go and check my next video. I cannot wait to answer any comments below, and I will do a live as well. So for the people who cannot come to Boston, to Minneapolis, to Colorado, then let's chat. Let's chat on YouTube. Ask me any questions you want about this camera. I can't wait to answer them. I can't wait to share. I can't wait for you to have this camera in your bag. And until then, I will see you very, very soon. Happy shooting. Hope you're getting excited by this release, and I will see you in a few minutes in my other video. Bye for now.